Because like I said, if you got what's on the list already, then it's fine. Then all those accessories, additions, no guy is going to be like, oh, I don't like this woman because she has her own business or she's making money. He's going to say, I don't like this woman because that's what she's about.
Right.
She thinks that that's valuable and she's not feminine. She doesn't care about having children or taking care of or nurturing, and she thinks she can do it all. Like if she had that list, if she was the most feminine woman and she had her own business, that would be a plus. That would be like, oh, sure, who wouldn't want that situation, right? So the problem is not that guys dislike women who are ambitious in some way. It's just that you got to hit the main things first. Just like the same thing, women have a list for guy, right? I'm trying to think whatever accessories. Like if a guy wasn't very masculine, but he ornated himself with, he was a metrosexual, let's say, but he wasn't any of the other things, it wouldn't be so valuable.
Right.
It's hard to come up with a good equivalent, but I'm sure there's one.
I mean,
but
and
you have a list. Women have a list too.
Women have to think about this too. Like if you are proud of what you built and all those things, that's fine.
Yeah.
But when you get to boss babe level, it's not fine, because it's almost like going on a date with a guy and him being like, yeah, I run like a business that makes all this money. It doesn't matter how much money he says he's making. Right. You're instantly turned off because he's flaunting that. That's exactly how men feel.
Right.
When you walk in and you're like, yeah, I have a very successful business and I make this. Like, you should act actually how actual rich men act or have successful businesses and not bring that up at all.
Right.
Not until further in. Like, especially if you have a successful business, because in my mind, I'd be like, is this man a Pizza Hut man that's just trying to hop on my gravy train? Yeah. Like, I'd be like, no, like, I'll tell him what I do. Like, I can tell him what I do. Like, let's say I own a dance studio and I would just be like, I'm a dance teacher or something at first. And then once I got to know him, I'd be like, I teach, but I also own the studio that I teach at. You can add that. You're not lying.
Right. No.
But you're not giving away all this information.
Well, yeah. And modesty is a feminine quality that is highly valued. It's actually a good quality for anyone to have, but it is more considered a feminine trait. And so when a woman is displaying the opposite of modesty, it doesn't sit right.
Right. Well, that's masculine.
Right.
Like to gloat and like be almost more egocentric is a more masculine thing. I'm not saying that women have to be like shy and timid, but I'm just saying that like if you're going around like being kind of arrogant, no offense, that is a more masculine
How much better is it to be more capable and more powerful and not need to display it?
That's
because you
the more powerful people.
Because you know it.
Right.
And then people are pleasantly surprised. Like you're like, oh yeah.
Those are the most powerful.
I've played Mario Kart before. And then you're like.
He's telling you what I did to him.
What?
There's a video somewhere of John saying you're better than me at Mario Kart. But he's gotten really good actually. Yeah. Well, this was on the OG Mario Kart. But
but it's better.
Right.
That's
take them by surprise.
It's just like, again, if you're going to learn to be a man, at least learn to be a gentleman.
Right.
Right? Because a gentleman doesn't brag about his shit. He's not like, you'll see. It's like, I got a house. Yeah. It's like a fucking mansion, but whatever. It's like, he's not going to say that. He doesn't need to say that. Right.
Well,
So.
No, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. But.
And be confident in being a woman. Be feminine. Like, when you go on a date and some guy's like, what do you bring to the table? If he even asks that, you leave the table.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because like he's basically outing himself as a man who wants a more masculine woman.
Right.
And if you want to be in your masculine, go right ahead. But I am sure there are plenty of women who are in their masculine who don't want to have to live that way forever. It's exhausting. Women are not equipped, literally, to be going nonstop. And also women are finally learning this too, that like our bodies and the way that our hormones fluctuate, I keep bringing that up, but they did a study where men have very consistent levels of their hormones. Right. So they're able to go to a 9 to 5 and it's fine. Yeah. But women, it fluctuates so much that them going to a 9 to 5, it doesn't feel the same day to day.
Yeah,
One day when their testosterone is higher during whatever part of their cycle, I think it's ovulation or around there.
Yeah, ovulation.
Like, yeah, they're going to go out there. They might be like, okay, I could do a 12-hour day.
Right.
But when it's like that time of the month, they're like, I don't even want to leave this bed. But that's normal.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, we have made it not normal because we've pushed women to be like, go, 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 just like men do. What are you doing? You're not doing what a man does? Then what are you doing? You're not worth anything. You know, so we got to go back to be like, no, if I need to rest as a woman, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I bring these other things to this relationship that are valuable.
Right.
And I will hold firm that they're valuable.
Right.
And even if some man tries to tell me they're not, then he's obviously not the man for me. And I'm not going to listen to a man like that because there are men like you out there who find the value in what a woman brings to the